This tutorial will provide a basic overview of the statistical database DataPlanet. DataPlanet contains more than 52 billion data points from 6.2 billion datasets. It provides fast and easy access to data from licensed and public domain datasets that allow you to scan the contents of the collection, select subjects and variables of interest, and view your data in side-by-side tables and charts. For this tutorial, I'm just going to focus on giving you a very general overview of the interface. I'm going to start by going to our list of databases and demonstrating how to get to DataPlanet. I'm just going to click D and click on DataPlanet, and this brings you to the main page of DataPlanet. If you notice right up here, there is a self-help tour, which I would recommend to familiarize yourself even more. For now, I'm just going to let you know that it's there. I'll show you the beginning. Let's just go to learn about the functions of the principal icons on DataPlanet. So if you click reset, it's going to clear your search and bring you back to the beginning of the screen. These plus boxes next to the drop-down expand. So I clicked on key economic indicators and it shows me a list of the key economic indicators. If I clicked on browse by subject, it would provide me a list of subjects, and which I could further drill down, so it's in a hierarchical manner. I can also search. I can enter a keyword search right up at the top, so I'm just going to demonstrate by searching for poverty. So I have searched for poverty, and I'm seeing a list of all the various types of data that are provided through this database. So right here I have all ages from the poverty database shown in total number of people. The next one down is poverty percentage, all ages from the poverty database shown as a percentage. And if you look at it here, it's telling you that this comes from the United States Census Bureau. It gives me a date range that they have data for, so 1995 to 2016. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on this particular data point and show you a few of the features. So right here, we have this trend line for the entire United States that's showing the percentage of all ages of people who are living in poverty. So 1995, it was 13%, dipped down a little bit, and then with the recession of 2008, 2009, went up. It's starting to trend downwards again. You can also view this as a map. So I'm going to click map right here. And this is the U.S. total. If I click states, this is going to show me a map of the United States, and the redder the state is, the higher the percentage of people who live in poverty. I can also select, I can go to counties within a state, and right now it's on Alabama because that's the first in the list. I can search. Let's check out New Hampshire. Okay, so here's the map of New Hampshire, and Coos County has the highest percentage of people living in poverty in the state of New Hampshire at 13.8%. Rockingham County is the lowest with 4.2%. If I click show data right here, this will also show me a list, a ranked list of the counties within New Hampshire. I could also view this if I wanted to as a pie chart, or I could look at the data as a ranked list. This database also enables me to export the data in a variety of formats. So if I click export right here, I could export this into Excel. I could export it as a PDF, delimited text, a PowerPoint slide, etc. I'm just going to close this panel right here. And if you scroll down a little bit, every chart provides additional information on the chart below it. So it's giving you the source, and it actually gives you a little bit of information on the source. So in this case, it's the United States Census Bureau. Then additional information on the data set, as well as technical documentation, including how to cite it. So I'm going to go back now to show you a little bit more of these options in the drop-down screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit reset again, which, like I demonstrated in the beginning, it's going to take you back to this main Data Planet page and clear your the searches that you had run. So we can also browse by source. So earlier I demonstrated how to browse by subject, then I demonstrated doing a keyword search. You can also browse by source. And here's a list of all the sources from which Data Planet pulls its data. So let's say you wanted to look at data from the Department of Defense. You could click that plus sign, and you could look at, let's say, budget outlays, Department of Defense budget outlays. And right here, goes back to 1977, and shows you how much money the Department of Defense is spending over time. If I click show data right here, it's and now some of these data sets also project what the Department of Defense or what will be spending into the future. So that's the Department of Defense. There's also information from Dow Jones. I'm going to briefly demonstrate to you Easy Analytics. We do have a more in-depth video, which is actually provided by Data Planet, not by me, that goes in depth on Easy Analytics. But just really quick, Easy Analytics is a premium module that DPHO Library subscribes to, and it focuses on consumer behavior, consumer expenditure, as well as demographic information. If you look at consumer behavior, and I think Easy Analytics is going to be really beneficial to students in marketing classes. Let's just click on apparel. So this is going to show you, this is apparel from the Consumer Behavior 2017 database. So this is telling you, well, if I look down a little bit, it'll give me more detailed information, but it's basically showing you consumer purchase of clothing items in the past 6 months and amount spent on clothing. So this is a map showing the total count of households. If I look at it as a percentage, this is probably going to provide me a little bit more accurate data. Let's look at men's clothing by state. So this is the percentage of households, not the count of households, so percentage of households that are spending money on men's clothing, big ticket items. And I mean, this is just an example using apparel. You could do the same for automobile purchases, food and beverage, any of these topics listed below. So I'm going to wrap it up for today. And like I said, if you want more detailed information, there is a 25-minute video that provides in-depth information on the Data Planet database, and there's also a 9-minute video that focuses exclusively on Easy Analytics. Please reach out to your friendly reference librarian if you have additional questions.